Are you tired of paying that cell phone bill?
Yeah.
I know I am. That $200 a month always just irritates me a little bit.
Cheap.
Pretty cheap?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Wow. I guess I'm doing okay then.
You are doing really good.
Wow. Well, we're not going to give you tips on how you can reduce that bill today.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, sure.
We're not.
We are.
Why
well,
not?
We might have some ways you can do that, but
What's the matter with you?
we're certainly going to give you tips on how you can take that phone and save some money.
Oh, okay.
Or even make a couple dollars.
When you said you can take that phone, I was holding my breath.
There are some times I want to do that, Jim. Yeah.
My phone is going in the river here pretty dang
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, yours should actually.
Yeah,
it should be a
mine-
skipping stone, actually.
I'm not even going to tell you what kind of phone it is, but their initials are LG.
I had a phone like that a few years ago. I swear I was standing by the river one day in the summertime trying to get a call through, and oh, man, I came so close.
I've done that on a couple occasions, too, just
yeah.
just on the verge of just skipping that thing across the river. So
Skipping over.
at the control panel, producer extraordinaire, Jim Walsh.
Good day, sir.
Did you have a great weekend?
I had a fantastic weekend.
Good.
Easter Sunday.
I seen you were out eating at the Cracker Barrel.
We love the Cracker Barrel. I mean, I can't go there very often because, I'm trying to get the weight down.
Sure.
But we went there yesterday, and I had steak and eggs, and
Oh, yeah.
I loved every second of it.
Good.
Yeah.
And Rockin' Dave Blair at the other microphone. How you doing, man?
Hey, we're doing good.
Good.
Actually went to a really cool church service at the Civic Center.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I heard about that.
That the Evangel put on. There were two services, one at 9 and 11. And each one of them, there were at least 3,000 people there.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it
That's
was
fantastic.
like a performance. The music was awesome, message was great, so it was pretty cool.
Yep, and of course I ate way too much.
Yeah.
As well, so
I did a pretty good job of not overeating.
we had two family events, one Saturday night and then one Sunday at noon.
Yeah.
So of course,
Yeah, yeah.
eat way too much.
Yeah, well, that's what Easter, Thanksgiving, all of those events
Yeah,
are
that's what
for,
they're
I
about,
guess,
right,
right?
right.
I didn't find my Easter eggs. Somebody hit them too good.
Well, you know they had-
what it was?
they hit
It
the
was
white
me.
and- white and
I
white, right?
hit them and I couldn't find them.
Well, they had the Easter egg hunt this year on the Capitol grounds
okay.
on Saturday in the
did?
snow.
Wow.
And the kids were great about it.
That's fantastic. Did they leave them white so that they were more of a challenge to find this year?
I don't think so.
Since I listened to Alexa yesterday, I said good morning to Alexa. The Amazon Alexa. And
Good morning.
She said good morning. Today is Easter, and by the way, for April Fools, this is my suggestion: to hide the Easter eggs without dyeing them. And I'm like, wow, that would really work well here because we still got a foot of snow on the ground. So,
by the way, speaking of Alexa and voices of computers, you remember HAL, of course, HAL 9000. Well, the movie 2001, this is the 50-year anniversary of that movie coming out.
Really?
They're going to have a limited theater run, and I'll bet you they do run it here probably in May, from what I'm hearing.
That would be fantastic.
In Bismarck. I would love to go see that movie
let's just
again.
do that. Let's just
70 millimeter. The resolution is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be fun to do.
I want to see that one again.
They have a lot of if Alexa was on, or if Alexa was HAL, on YouTube.
Open the puppy doors, Hal.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Open the puppy doors, Hal.
You do that well.
Thank you.
You do that well. So anyway, we're going to talk a lot about your phone today. We're just going to justify why you have a smartphone, a cell phone. And like I said, I always go through this, and I spend a couple $100 a month on a phone, and I'm just like, and I like to do the show occasionally because it kind of helps to kind of or justify that I have the phone and why it's actually a great deal, actually. So we'll get into that a little bit. But first, did you know? Do you remember what the average landline phone bill was?
Well, it depends, of course, on how many.
Go ahead.
I was going to say it depends on how many long distance calls you make.
Right. So the average, though, so I have a chart. If you look at your sheets there, in 1995, going back 22 years, the average phone bill was $62, and $42 of that was long distance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And nobody. When's the last time you actually paid for long distance?
Been a while.
So I mean, it really, that's probably the number one big savings with your smartphone is the fact that you can pretty much call anywhere in the country and not have to worry about that long distance bill.
Yeah, because all my family's on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So if I want to call them, it's no big deal.
Yeah, that really is how it is.
Yeah.
And I know people when they were making the switch over, 10, 15 years ago or whatever, from a landline to a cell phone, that was probably the primary reason that people made the switch, was because if you switched over, even though you were limited in minutes at that time, and I think you kind of still are, but most people have way more than they need. But the primary reason was that, it almost justified the cost of moving over simply because they didn't have a long-distance bill anymore.
Back in the day, back in the day of landlines, I worked with a gal who had gotten engaged to some guy from one state over. And in like a month's time, they rang up like a $400 phone bill just for them talking back and forth on the phone, making plans for their wedding.
Sure. Oh yeah, it was nothing to have a $300 or $400 or $500 phone bill.
Yeah.
So
one of the things too is that with all the policies out there right now in regards to what you can and cannot do with cell phones. One of the things that I really like about not having a landline is being interrupted with all the surveys and all of the people calling.
I agree.
So that helped. I remember I eliminated my my landline about 2 years ago through Mid-Continent because you could have a bundled package.
Right.
So what do you think it saved me a month?
Probably $12. Not much.
25.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah, so not too bad.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
not too
bad at all.
Usually in those bundled packages, you don't save a lot.
No.
But, yeah.
We actually dropped about $100 a month off of ours by getting Wi-Fi in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were blowing all our money on surfing the net on our phones.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, having Wi-Fi is a huge deal. So, one of the hacks that, and I just see my mother just tried to call me on my phone here. She doesn't have. She uses the Amazon Alexa to make that phone call.
Right. Yeah.
And what's cool about it is that once you sync it to your smartphone, the Amazon Alexa, you do not have to. So the one that I set up for my mother actually is built on my contacts. So she doesn't have to have a landline anymore to make that phone call, which is amazing to me. So, you can, if you have a limited plan, let's say you have 400 minutes or 1,000 minutes a month, whatever, and you're using those all the time, but you're using them in your house a lot of the time, you could just spend the $50 and get an Amazon Alexa, set that thing up. It is now basically a free landline.
Yeah.
It's a conference call for the most part because everybody in the room can hear it. I would imagine you can probably Bluetooth it over to a headset or something if you want to.
I would think so. Yeah.
But or plug a headset in. I'm not sure about the plug-in part. I think they have that. I would need to look at that to see. But regardless, it is for me the best conference phone system I've ever used. It's amazing how good that thing sounds. So it's just a great hack, and you can spend thousands and thousands of minutes on that Amazon Alexa calling all your friends and stuff around the country and not have to pay for a phone call anymore. Yeah. So pretty cool. After the break, everybody, we'll continue this conversation about how you can save money using your phone.
Right now, 20.
Dave Ramsey is heard here. SuperTalk 1270.
Follow the Guru of Geek at Facebook.com/The Tech Ranch or Twitter at Guru of Geek or TheTechRanch.com. Here again is your Guru of Geek, Marlo Anderson.
And we want to thank everybody who follows us across the country and around the world on a Blueberry Network. We're on the Tech Podcast Network. If it's Tech, it's here. We're on Tuned In, iTunes, Roku, Radio Pup. We have our own app, Radio Pup, of course, and of course the new app for the radio station itself.
That's right,
SuperTalk 1270.
Yeah,
so
we have our own app.
Yep. So all kinds of places you can catch the show live, or if you want to listen to a rerun later, we always recommend that. Especially if you're traveling, don't write anything down. But we're gonna have a lot of great information today, so you might want to listen to the show again.
Yeah, write it down later.
That's right. That's right. You can always replay it later. So we're talking a little bit about how you can use your phone to save money and maybe even make a couple dollars. So we're going to kind of get into some of the things in studio. We have producer extraordinaire Jim Walsh, of course, and Rockin' Dave Blair.
Well, the geezer still has a trunk line phone.
Does he really?
There's no trunk lines anymore. Can't get anybody on it.
It's probably
good. Hello. Yeah.
It's good for him anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk to him much anymore anyway.
He kind of lives in the trunk anyway of your car, doesn't he?
He sleeps there a lot. I don't know if he lives there.
So, do you use your GPS a lot, Dave?
You know, yes. In fact, it was interesting. About a month ago, I was down in Phoenix, and I was going to a golf course. And of course, you just go Google and give me the address. Well, my GPS wasn't working on my phone. I was lost. It was not fun.
It's interesting, isn't it? How quickly we have adapted to using GPS. Because 10 years ago, you really weren't. In fact, 10 years ago, if you had a GPS, you had a separate GPS unit.
Yep.
That you put in your car or whatever to take you around. And they really weren't. They were okay. They weren't that great. They were difficult to use. Nowadays, you just talk to your phone and it tells you.
So my brother-in-law has one of those, and he let me use it because my phone wasn't working.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So thank God I just, plugged it in the cigarette lighter and keyed in the information, and it worked fine.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But imagine, I think about how many maps I used to buy.
Oh.
And they're not cheap. $5 to $10 a pop, and I'd probably buy a couple of those a month when I was traveling, so into different areas. So, and I used to have just stacks and stacks of maps everywhere.
You should see what you have. I have in my glove box.
Yeah, and I basically, you really shouldn't. You should almost keep an emergency one just in case,
I like looking at maps.
I do too. I always have. Yeah. But it's a savings, and probably the biggest savings is on fuel and on time. Because if you're wandering around looking for a place, the GPS will help you get there, and of course the time savings that you have. So just the GPS in itself is kind of a big money saver, big time saver. To quantify how much, though, is difficult, I think, because everybody's going to use that a little differently. For me, it's a big deal because I travel all the time, so it would be a huge, huge deal to me. So mobile banking.
Yep.
So mobile banking fees are usually cheaper than the fees you would have at the bank. And probably the biggest thing with mobile banking to me is the fact that you don't have to go there.
Yeah.
You can deposit your check by taking a photo of it now and all of this other stuff, right? So, again, it's that, for me, it's a 5-mile trip to the bank every time, So, and I remember we used to go every day. I have to tell you, I can't remember the last time we were in our bank, or at least me.
I go to the bank at least once or twice. I just like that atmosphere of meeting people.
Well, sure,
seeing some of the people at the front desk and stuff. But you're right; it's become an easy thing just to a mobile bank, to make transfers now.
Yep.
All of that.
So if you were going to the bank 2 or 3 times a week, where now maybe you go once or twice a month.
Yep.
You're talking probably saving yourself a couple hours a month and probably a couple gallons of fuel a month.
Right.
So there's another. Yep. Just the fuel savings alone is probably $10 or $15 a month. So mobile banking really has added a lot to it. And again, this is just a combination. So I'm just going to actually start writing this stuff down. So let's say GPS, the average person, I'm going to say he probably saves $10 or $15 a month in fuel, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then mobile banking, I think we'll put that in that same category. So you're already at $20 to $30 a month in savings just in those two things. The next on our list is product review sites. Have you ever done this while you're shopping for something and you hop on your phone real quick because you're not sure if the price is a good deal or not?
Right.
Or if there's testimonials out there about if the product's any good or not? Have you ever done that?
Nope.
You've never done that?
Nope.
I do it all the time.
You do?
I do. Especially.
How much time does it take you to do all that review?
It's not as much as you think because you can just there are actually apps out there that you can just scan the the barcode on it, and it'll come up and it'll show you the price of what it's being sold for online. So, if the item, and I don't do this on $2 items. I'm talking about if I'm making, a $50 or $200 purchase on something, right?
Okay.
Because I just want to know if the price is fair.
Right.
I'm really big about supporting the local merchant. In fact, I'll always do that, right? But I don't want to be in a situation where if it's $60 online and they're selling it for $2.59 in the store, I'm probably going to buy it online because there is such a huge difference in price, and that does happen occasionally.
Oh yeah,
right.
You bet.
So that's what it is about more than anything else, is just making sure I get a good deal. And then if I'm not sure about the product, the testimonials that are on there, you can read about if people give it 1 star or 5 star and why that is.
Yep.
And that has saved me a lot of times, too.
You know, and I'm paying more and more attention to that. In fact, I'm looking for a phone right now. So I've been shopping around
Well, there
and
you go.
looking. It's amazing how much the same phone can vary.
Yes, in quality reviews and that type of
exactly.
thing. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
But I think there's always going to be savings there with product reviews. I don't know how you give that a value, but there is some value to that. Subscriptions are another thing. Getting your digital news and magazine subscriptions through that. Do you subscribe to anything along those lines? Do you get any RSS feeds or?
I can't remember. I get quite a few subscriptions, but those are usually free ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But that's the thing. If they were on paper, you'd have to be paying for this stuff, right?
Exactly.
So that's the whole point, is that things that we used to pay for because they're being printed on paper at some kind or another usually came with a fee to it, So.
I mean, I gave up my daily or my weekly newspaper, just get it on the weekends now.
Right.
The paper itself, copy it. If I need one, I guess you go online, right? And read it.
That's generally what it is. Do you buy the paper at all anymore, Jim?
Very rarely.
Okay.
Once in a great while, I get the Sunday paper just to look through it, do the crosswords and that kind of thing.
Yep.
But it's more the exception than the rule.
And I'm the same way. And I used to consume papers like crazy.
Me too.
Sundays where I'd go out and buy 3 newspapers on Sundays.
At the end of the month, I'd have a pile up to my nose.
It was my daily ritual, actually. About 10 in the morning, I'd go and read the local paper for an hour.
So now I don't save anything. I just get everything online.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's all kinds of value with the subscription. So I'm just got another $10 a month to the subscription thing for everybody. Ebooks. Now, I know, Jim, you're a big reader.
I'm a big reader. I love to read.
Do you consume ebooks, or are you more a hard book person?
I'm more of a hard book person. Okay. I like the ebooks. I've used them. I like the audio books.
Okay.
Now, I don't currently subscribe. I did for a while, and I cut back when I was cutting my budget about a year ago. Mm-hmm. But I may well go back to it at some point in the near future. It's a great service, and I love listening to books at night in bed.
I'm just going to go back a little bit here, too. So these two actually blur together a little bit, subscriptions and ebooks. Sure. So music is another one that, there's a few subscriptions out there for like $10 a month. You have unlimited music.
Yeah.
And people who subscribe to that generally are not buying music anymore. Why? Right? Because you can pretty much get anything you want anytime you want to. So
Jim, back to your ebooks. I love ebooks. When I travel, I just go to the library and rent them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I usually keep them a little longer, so I always pay for them because I have a late fee.
I've noticed a lot of truck stops will rent out books. You can rent it out if you're a trucker and listen to it in the truck, and then at the next stop down the road, you can drop it off.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I think there used to be that way with movies too.
Yes.
You could. I can't remember what that was, but you could watch a movie rented at one airport and then drop it off at another one.
Right.
Yeah.
So, there's all kinds of ways that you can save money on this. So, ebooks, too, there's a couple of them. Blinklist is one that runs $5 a month, and they have a collection of 1,300 books on there. So, and you can read as many as you want for $5 a month on there. It's a pretty good deal. So, I'm just going to add another $5 to subscriptions. I have a feeling that might be low because I know a lot of people use their phone for music. Just a ton of people do. So I think that in itself is actually I'm going to move that to 10 simply because of that. I just even when I'm traveling, even just the Radio Pup app itself, right? I can listen to any station from here using the Radio Pup app. So if I'm traveling across the country and I want to listen to Cool in the morning or something like that, when Jim's on over there, I can do that. So it's pretty cool. So one thing I don't think a lot of people think about is insurance. And the reason for that is that if you don't have a collection of DVDs and books and stuff in your home, you can actually probably take $5,000 or $10,000 worth of value. Maybe you insure your home for $500,000, right? You could drop that to $475,000, for example, because you don't have this huge collection of DVDs and movies and music and everything else in your home anymore because you store it all or you stream it on your phone. Yeah. I don't know if that makes any. Am I making sense there?
Well, it does, but I'm sure the robber that's come in, he's not looking for those anymore anyway.
No, that's true.
He's looking for my jewelry, which I have none anyway.
I'm thinking of replacement value and fires and that type of thing.
Oh, I got it. Okay, yeah. And the thing is, you don't even know sometimes what that value is.
That's
I mean,
right.
I don't know what's a DVD value these days.
I don't
mean,
know,
What would
but-
you think?
I'll tell you
50
though.
cents? $1?
Oh no, it'd be
Well, it
more than
depends.
that. Depends on
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if you buy them new, of course, they're still $15.
Well, I mean, if you're
Yeah.
trying to sell them, they're going to pay bottom dollar to
Right.
get them from you so
Right.
they can resell them at
Right.
a higher
Yeah.
price. That's obvious.
But I think, but I know at one time I had thousands of CDs in my house. I was a huge music collection person, and
Yeah.
over the years I've just been selling them off because
Well, I still am.
The space that it takes is
Oh, yeah.
and you complain about that, right? I remember when we went to CDs from cassettes and 8-tracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those took crazy amounts of space.
Yep.
And then it gets smaller, and then you complain about the space that they take. I mean, you think
Yeah.
about the videotape collection he had to the DVD collection. I mean, it was like a fourth of the space.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Well, we're getting to where you can have 1,000 songs right in your hand.
Right in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Well, your phone will handle that.
Well,
easily.
yeah, I think doesn't your guy from The Office? He's got everything in there.
Oh, yeah, on a hard drive. Yeah.
on a hard
Yeah,
drive. How
hard
many
drive.
songs does he have?
Half a
Doug?
million. I think, no, Nick.
Nick does.
What
yeah.
has he got? 500,000, 600,000 songs on a disc
Yeah.
that he's collected over the years? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Got them all categorized, the top hits of the 50s,
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
60s.
take him long to find what you want.
No.
You just ask him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just search them and away you go. So yeah, pretty crazy. So yeah, those are some ways that you can save money by using your phone. So we've added up about $50 a month right there. You're saving about $50 a month by not having a landline. So now you're at $100 a month, and we haven't even got into the good stuff yet.
Right.
So there you go, everybody. After break, we're going to talk about how you can make money with your phone. So you'll want to stay tuned for that.
Right now, 20.
The Red River Farm Network. Ag News is here on SuperTalk 1270.
We're back to the Tech Ranch. Stream this program now at supertalk1270.com. Here is your guru of geek, Marlo Anderson.
And in studio, we have producer extraordinaire Jim Walsh and Mr. Rockin' Dave Blair. And we're talking a little bit about how you can either save money with your phone and make some money with your phone. So we're going to get into that right now. And a lot of the stuff, we kind of call it performing micro tasks. So what can you do on your phone that you can perform micro tasks with? So that's kind of what we're going to get into next. And a lot of times, you stand in line at the grocery store or at the DMV or whatever, right? And you got a few minutes to kind of kill. You could turn that into productive time. You don't have to always be messaging people or whatever. You can actually make a couple dollars doing this. So there's a couple things, and I see I'm getting some text in here too with some apps too, and I appreciate that from everybody, and we'll get to those. But the first one on the list is Swagbucks. And Swagbucks is a near universal favorite for getting paid to complete small tasks. And these tasks can be completed in 5 minutes. These are daily surveys, watching videos, playing games, and searching the web. So you can just get the app Swagbucks, and we're going to be putting these at the Tech Ranch as well, everybody.
Right.
So, but if you get the app Swagbucks, and then you earn points for doing these things. These points can be redeemed for cash, and they'll just drop them right into your PayPal account. So pretty easy thing.
If you think about all these people that are caught in traffic jams in big cities, you got all that downtime there
There's
too.
so many places that
Yeah.
but you end up waiting.
Right.
You're waiting for the ball game to start, or you're waiting in the parking lot picking up your significant other or whatever it is. I mean, you always have these little time pockets of 5 or 10 minutes that you could actually use your phone to make a couple dollars. The next one I have on the list is Inbox Dollars. It's probably the largest or next largest get paid to platform after Swagbucks. There are many different ways you can make money with Inbox Dollars that include reading sponsored email. So they'll send you emails that you read through, you take surveys, you watch videos, and then you shop and perform web searches as well. The next one on the list is My Points, and this is one that Alice uses all the time. In fact, she's always after me to make sure I use it too. When you buy stuff, you go to My Points first, and then you click on the thing that takes you to Amazon or eBay or whatever.
Okay.
And I can't tell you, I'm guessing over the course of the last couple of years, she's received thousands of dollars in gift cards. I don't think we've eaten at the Red Lobster and paid anything in the last 2 or 3 years, because she always has a stack of these cards.
Wow.
So, and it's all from my points.
Do those expire?
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
So there you go. And speaking of that, we'll get to gift cards in a little bit. Survey Junkie. Do you only have time for surveys? Then Survey Junkie is good for you. It's your best option. You can take surveys that help shape the product development and marketing campaigns of tomorrow. You'll receive points for every survey you take. And many companies pay to have these surveys done. They want your opinion on different things. So, Jim, do you like to give opinions on things?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding? Look what I do for a living.
Wouldn't you like to get paid?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to get paid for those opinions?
Well, I tried it here, and they didn't go for it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Survey
I
Junkie
would
might
like to
be
get
for
paid
you.
for my opinions. I do have, if I say so myself, I have provocative opinions.
So Survey Junkie might be a place where you can make a couple extra bucks, you know.
Okay.
So there you go.
I still
There you
get
go.
stuff in the mail for surveys.
Do you
too.
really?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Definitely.
interesting.
Yeah. You know, what do they call that? There's a name for it. Hidden shopper.
Oh, yeah. Mystery shoppers.
Mystery
yeah,
shoppers.
Actually, it's
Secret
going to be on the
shopper.
list
Mystery
here.
But this
shopper.
comes in the mail.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. In
Yep.
fact, the very next thing I was going to talk about is called Panel Payday.
Yeah.
Panel
Payday. Will connect you with paid surveys and mystery shopping jobs. You'll earn up to $75 a survey with these guys.
Wow.
This isn't chump change anymore.
No.
And here are the ways that you can make money with Panel Payday. It's online surveys, focus groups, discussion groups, mystery shopping, and online mini jobs. So they'll have little mini jobs here that you can do too. And you can earn up to or over total of over $150 a job if you want. So I would imagine if you get like a mystery shopper experience, if you do the survey and you do all the other stuff that goes with that, you can actually make pretty good money with this. So Panel Payday is the name of this app, and there are a lot of people that do utilize this. So here's the pay rate on Panel Payday: $1 to $25 to take an online survey, $30 to $100 for participating in a focus group, $30 to $50 to participate in discussion groups, $10 to $50 an hour as a mystery shopper, and $10 to $150 plus with real online jobs handpicked by the team. So a couple different ways. And I think as a mystery shopper, a lot of times they give you a couple extra bucks to go buy stuff too, right?
Right.
Yes, they
Right.
So you'll get the product, plus you'll get a couple extra dollars to do the mystery shopping. So that's a pretty cool deal. So I would highly recommend.
Well, you think about a lot of the people, maybe it's stay-at-home moms, could be doing some of this stuff as well.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's some real money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, this is the thing that I don't think a lot of people understand about the time that we live in. There are just so many opportunities to make money nowadays. It's not like you're at if you have the device, if you have a computer or a smartphone, you have the ability to make money. Like you don't have to go up and down the street and figure out ways to shovel snow anymore, or mow grass, or if you're out of work for a little bit, there are tons of opportunities. There really are. So.
And it's all about high-speed internet, though.
It is.
You better
It
have
is.
that.
You gotta have the
You're not
internet.
gonna be able to function.
Absolutely. So next one I have on the list is Vindale Research, and it's another survey finder. You get paid up to $75 for each survey again. So Vindale Research, very similar to the Panel Payday, but basically just on surveys alone. Opinion Outpost. Let's see, is another. Well, this one actually. Opinion Outpost lets you earn cash or gift cards by taking surveys, so you have that option there. Ipsos, I say, is another survey plan. So there's a lot of survey. Toluna is another survey community. So there's a lot of survey opportunities for you to participate in. Another one that's interesting, though, is one's called MindSwarm. MindSwarm.
Yep.
And it's a video-based survey platform that pays you $50 for recording a 10-minute video response to the questions that they ask you. So they'll ask you questions, and you respond, and you have your webcam turned on, and you just answer the questions in a video format. So for $10 or for 10 minutes, it's $50. That's not bad pay.
No, not at all. Yep.
So I would certainly look into this one too. MindSwarm, MindSwarm, MindSwarm. So jobs to shop. That's jobs, then the number 2, shop, will pay you to mystery shop. After shopping incognito in a store or restaurant, you leave your feedback on the Jobs to Shop app. So another mystery shopping opportunity, which is kind of cool.
And one of the things that's interesting when talk about that is how many people are shopping online. So you can be a mystery shopper online rather than even going to the department store or walking into store. You do it online.
Yep.
Probably make some comparisons to the apps that they have and if they're user friendly and that.
No. Just got a text that to answer your question about the gift cards from MyPoints, they don't expire.
They don't.
So you can use them as long as you want to. So,
all right.
Next one up on the list is Peobus, and that's Paribus. And this one is really interesting because it'll link your email address or Amazon account to Peobus, and when a price drops for your qualifying purchase at over 30 of the largest online stores, you'll receive the difference. So if you've purchased something, and you tell them that you've purchased this, either through Amazon or through a store, I suppose you scan your receipt into it, right?
Right.
If within that time period that there's that price matching or the price where if the price goes lower, they pay you the difference.
Yeah. Wow.
So if you bought something at $100 and it goes on sale for 62 weeks later, you'll get that $40 back. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I think don't some stores do that?
They do that,
but then you physically have to go in and show that you paid this much for it.
So that's what this app does. Is it does that for you? It's scanning all this stuff. And looking for these deals. And I think they make their money. They take a little percentage of that savings that you have. But again, if you have to run to another store to get that savings anyway, might as well let the app do the work for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's pretty cool. All right, everybody, after the break, we will continue with our long list of how you can make money with your smartphone.
Currently, it's 20.
On Twitter, Facebook, online, and YouTube. SuperTalk1270.com.
Follow the Guru of Geek everywhere he goes. Post your comments or questions at thetechranch.com. Once again, your Guru of Geek, Marlo Anderson.
And we're talking about how you can save money and make money with your smart device, trying to offset that expensive monthly bill with the different apps and things that you have going on. So we were just finishing up with some of the ways you can save money and by shopping or what have you. There we go. So a couple apps that you should probably check out too. One's called Ibotta, Ibotta, and Checkout 51. And these are apps for when you go to the grocery store.
Okay.
And then before you check out, you activate the cash back offers within the app to earn the cash back at nearly any grocery store chain, plus discount scores like Walmart and Target. So and even those stores, Walmart and Target, right? You shop at them at all?
Yes.
Yeah. So they have their own apps too.
Right.
So if you, I don't know how the Target one works, but I know it's pretty good too. And I've seen the Walmart one work. And if the price goes lower within so many days after that, they'll refund the difference back to you too in a credit that you can use the next time around. And I know people who have got quite a bit of savings, you just using the in-store apps. So. And I think you can probably bang those up together, right? So you could use like Ibotta and the Walmart app or the Target app and kind of double dip into those savings a little bit. So just something to think about if you really want to do that.
I mean, it's almost as like coupons.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
You talk about
digital coupons.
Clip coupons. Now they're digital.
Right.
So you just save them and... The only problem is you always have the person in front of you that's got like 30 coupons.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to find a new line.
Yeah, that hasn't changed at all yet.
That hasn't changed.
Another one's called Receipt Hog, and I know I'm going to go through these quick because we're going to run out of time. Receipt Hog is one of the most flexible receipt scanning apps for grocery and non-grocery purchases. So you just snap a picture of the receipt, and that'll earn coins that you can redeem for PayPal Cash. Shopkick is another one that to make money with Shopkick, you download the app, enter in your phone's location, and you will earn points for walking into the store, and then even more points if you scan the barcodes of items.
Wow.
So what they're trying to do is price compare
Yep.
across the country. They're collecting that data. So Shopkick is interesting. You don't have to buy anything. You can just go out for a walk and walk into stores and make money just walking through
well,
stores.
you know,
and scanning
I
things.
always see at grocery stores and like Walmart too. There's always people with scanners that are scanning certain items and that kind of stuff. And obviously, they're paid to do that.
Yep. Mobee, Mobee, will pay you to mystery shop. When you're in a time crunch, most missions with Mobee take 5 minutes or less. So you don't have to spend a lot of time with that. The Nielsen Digital Voice, you put this app on your phone, and you can earn points for every hour you use your smartphone, as Nielsen gauges how the average smartphone owner uses their phone. So as you're using your phone to make calls, to text, to scan through your apps, whatever, it keeps track of all that, and you make money while you do that.
It'd be interesting to find out it wouldn't be hard, I guess, how many hours a day you use your phone.
It's going up all the time. It's already into the hours.
Yeah.
So for the average person, it's amazing. When you think about it, I mean, our teenagers send, 1,000 texts a month is nothing anymore.
Exactly.
And I at one time, I couldn't believe that I would even send 5 texts a month. Now I'm probably in that 1,000 as well, but pretty amazing how convenient that has become, too.
You bet.
Viggle, Viggle, pays you 1 point per minute to watch your favorite TV shows and other shows that maybe you've never heard of before. And you just watch through the Viggle app on your phone. So if you travel or if you just like watching stuff on your phone or your tablet, and you can watch Amazon, Hulu, Netflix, and get paid to watch that.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool, too. App Nana will pay you to download and test apps. So App Nana, exclusive stars, will let you test the newest apps for cash. So you can actually download new apps and test those, and they'll pay you for that. Music X-Ray is interesting. You'll earn 10 cents for every song you listen to. Music X-Ray. So go and sign up for that, and if you like to listen to music, I love to listen to music.
Yep.
I was just thinking if I could use Music X-Ray in our office, or just have it playing in my background in my own personal office, right? If I at 10 cents a song, if I could play, most songs are 3 to 4 minutes, so I could play, 15 songs an hour. I could make an extra $1.50 an hour while I'm sitting there listening to music. Why not, right?
Why not? Yes.
Declutter. Declutter's an interesting app. As I'm trying to catch up to my notes here. It's an app that'll buy back your unwanted CDs, DVDs, books, and electronics. So you hop on to Declutter, you scan the barcode that's on your DVD, and it'll buy back your stuff. It's pretty cool. Second Spin is very similar. They don't have a mobile app, but you can still list your items through your phone, through your phone's mobile browser. Second Spin. FOAP, F-O-A-P, it's like soap. I guess it would be FOAP then, right? F-O-A-P is one of very few apps that lets you sell pictures online. So if you have, and I love to do this, wandering by a river and you snap a couple photos and whatever, you can use FOAP, upload them into the system. And when companies want to use images for their whatever, for promotion or what have you, they can buy those photos from you through that system. So that's pretty cool, actually, if you're kind of one of those people who like to take a lot of photos and maybe want to get paid for some of them. Parking Panda. Now, I don't know so much around North Dakota if this would be a big deal, but across the rest of the country it might be. You might be a landlord and didn't even know it. Maybe you own a parking spot, or you lease a parking spot, right? Downtown when you work or something, right? Parking Panda will let you release that space when you're not using it.
So somebody else can
use it, right? So if you have tourists coming into your town, or maybe somebody who works at night instead of during the day, you could release your parking space. There's events in town. You think about downtown Mandan, for example, right? You could release all of those spaces down there. Probably make some pretty good money during the 4th of July parade.
Yeah,
just saying, you probably make your whole month's rent right back right there. So Parking Panda is a great idea. Poshmark is a leading clothing resale site, so you check that out. And Gift Card Granny, I know I'm skipping over some of these now, Dave, but Gift Card Granny will sell your unwanted gift cards. So we're talking about if you earn gift cards, or you have some that maybe got some for a holiday or birthday present or something, right? You can sell them on Gift Card Granny, and you can choose the best offer and you get paid immediately. You can potentially earn up to 92% of the card value with each sale. So if you got a $100 card, you can earn $92 for it. That's not terrible.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, we were talking about, the gift cards and how long you can keep them forever.
Yeah.
But the only way you can get redeem some of these opportunities is either PayPal account, because that goes into your PayPal, or you get a gift card.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct. So yeah, if you have one that's going to expire in the next month or two, or maybe you got a gift card that you don't even have the place in your home or in your town, right?
Right.
So then you can sell them now with Gift Card Granny. Side hustles, these are other ways that you can make money. Of course, Airbnb is at the top of that list. So if you have an extra room in your house or something that you want to rent out, you can use Airbnb to do that. Lyft and Uber. So if you want to drive, you got a car. And you know what? You don't even need a car anymore. If you're with Uber, for example, they will give you a car.
Yeah.
So you can actually get a car and drive for them.
And we're going to have a really cool app
coming
up here pretty soon. We're not going to talk about it too much, but
in about 8 weeks, we have a cool app coming out in that space. GigWalk is one of my favorites, by the way. GIGWI or WALK. GigWalk. It's an app that pays you to perform a variety of gigs around town. So as a gig walker, you may even be asked to verify prices at a store, take pictures of shelf items to ensure that they're on the shelf, go to public events, that type of thing. So GigWalk is a great app. Yeah. And let's see, Betterment is the last. Well, I guess I got two more. Betterment, how much money you want to invest each month. Betterment will actually invest your money for you. You can just say, hey, I want to invest $100 a month. And then you can pick from the different funds that they have. And it'll just automatically pull $100 a month out of your account, and you can keep track of it right on your phone without having to do a lot of investment type of work.
Amazing.
And then Lending Club is the last one. This is actually one where if I needed to borrow $100, and Dave, you wanted to borrow me $100?
Never. No. I'll never see it again.
Well, Lending Club takes that risk away from it. That's the cool thing about this, right?
Okay.
So you can say, I'll throw $100 in this, and I want 10% of my money, right?
Yep.
And then I say, hey, that's a pretty good deal. I'll take that $100 from Dave, right?
Yeah.
And then make that payments, and then you make the interest on the money. So it's pretty cool.
We've been talking about how to make money, but there's one other key is how you save money.
Yep. So tell me how you save money.
Really you got to look at your plans out there, making sure you're getting the best plan, okay? And then don't have, maybe you can trim all your excess features that you have on your phone. And then make sure you review your phone bill monthly.
Oh, yeah.
Find out what kind of extra charges. So saving money is making money.
Yeah,
right?
it is, absolutely.
No question about it. And then I didn't realize this, but careful you get caught up in these custom ringtones because you pay for those as well. Mm-hmm. And then another one is pooling all of your resources together. So you got a family plan.
Oh yeah, very good.
What you guys do as well. So
I think we're out of time there, Dave. Great show, Dave. Great show, Jim.
Thank you.
Have a great week, everybody.